welcome to the garden. This is my Graptopetalum, or ghost plant, and we have quite a few in these two containers. They have really beautiful little succulent flowers. Where the pollen is made, they actually have little square stamen, and then as they fade, they just become little succulent leaves like this one down here, and the petals basically dry and fall off. But hopefully we'll get these flowers to produce some seeds. I actually taste tested a bit of the nectar the other day. It was incredible. It's really sweet, just like honey, but I've never had succulent nectar before. So that was a really nice treat. My Graptopetalum has a golden sheen to it. I think it's the sun, because we're here outside today. But it looks incredible, doesn't it? It's just dusted with gold. You can see as we face them backwards, they're really not looking quite as lovely. So we could turn them around indoors to get them to face the other way. But before we do that, I'm actually going to take a few more cuttings. Some of these plants are forming roots up on the stem. This can happen especially in summer if you're not giving them enough water. They're just trying to seek more moisture. So I'm going to try and slip my scissors right through here, and we'll just take a cutting just like that. Oh, we got a little bonus one. So because this cutting already has roots on it, it'll take hold really quickly in a new container. Now before we plant this out, I'm actually going to break off this little pup and see if we can propagate that on its own. I also want to strip down some of these bottom leaves. So we can just pluck these off, and these can actually propagate as well. So let's go a few more rows up. And these leaves form in a kind of spiral pattern. So I think that's just about perfect there. That way when we plant this out, we'll bury it up to here, and then these roots will stay nice and moist down deep in that soil. So I think this pot is much more balanced. I'd like to take this one as a cutting, but this is the one that's flowering, so we're going to leave that for now. We don't have to take cuttings that already have roots. They will form over time, but we just get a big head start by taking them with roots on them. So I think maybe this large one in the back, we could probably take that. I see a couple of new points of growth down there. So let's cut just above those so that they stay behind. We'll cut just above that new point of growth, just like that. And we've already got a couple roots here, so that's a perfect cutting. We'll set that aside with our other ones. Yeah, let's take this one too. And again, I'm going to cut just above a brand new sprout. We've got a root just on the other side of our scissors here. So we're going to leave behind that little sprout there, but we're also taking a couple of roots to give our cutting a head start. And just like our other ones, I'm going to strip away some of these bottom leaves, and these will just set aside to propagate. These are the old leaf cuttings, and we took these in winter, which is probably not the best season. They do look nice and plump now though. That one looks like a jelly bean, and we can see a few of them do have a couple little sprouts. This one looks the best, like a brand new little plant, but there are a few more with a couple extra leaves. There's really no space in here for our brand new leaves, so I'll take the old dish that we did our old experiments with, just a terracotta basin. We're just going to scatter them around, make sure they get plenty of light. That's really important. But they should just sit here for about a month while they sit and root. So while we wait for those, we can plant out our new cuttings. Just got a brand new pot And this is actually really dry, succulent potting soil. Now you could allow these to heal for about 24 hours. Make sure that those wounds callus, and then plant them out in your favorite mix, or even let them root in water. But I like to do a little shortcut and plant them out in bone-dry soil so that they actually callus in the container. I think this is a great way to give them a little bit of a head start, and then we can come in and water after a couple days of letting them heal. Planting them pretty deep so that they're nice and anchored. They're kind of top heavy at this point as a fresh cutting, so we want to anchor that stem nice and deep. That'll also allow those roots to stay moist when we do start watering. So as deep as you can get them is what you want. That actually looks really nice as a little trio. We've still got our other containers. They look incredible. So we haven't really lost anything. We've just gained a whole new container and a bunch of leaf cuttings that could potentially become new plants. So I hope you give this a grow in your garden. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time.